Fridays are always fun days for me because we always share a new product that is newly available on our website at lifeprofitness.com. Today, we are showing you our newest home gym device. It kind of gives you a variety of different resources that you can use some of our other products with. But today it's called the GluteBlast. GluteBlast, as in getting those glutes blasted, strong, flexible, stable. Everybody wants a more shapely, functional booty, right? So today is all about the glute blast, and that's what this is behind me. But first of all, I want to make sure that you all are here connecting with us because we are giving away one of these new Glute Blast home gyms. So if you're interested in winning one of these today before the end of this episode, make sure and chime in. Give me some thumbs up, give me some likes, some love, and let me know where you're listening from. We're live streaming today on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And so we always have a wonderful community of people that tend to follow us and are sharing their success stories from using our different products from the convenience of their home versus having to go elsewhere and hiring a personal trainer or hiring somebody to work with them in outside facilities that they can do things on their own at home. So without further ado, I'm super excited to introduce this new piece of equipment. However, for those of you who are participating, because it is Fun Friday and it's a fitness day working with the Glute Blast, I want to know, those of you that are listening in, your absolute favorite fitness product that you have bought through Life Pro, whether it be one of our treadmills, whether it be one of our X bikes, whether it's an under the desk treadmill or elliptical. I'd like to hear from you as to what your favorite fitness product is from Life Pro and how you can use the Glute Blast to improve your overall wellness fitness experience, or maybe you're doing some different rehabilitation exercises for tightening up that back line so that you can eliminate back pain and shoulder pain. We are not going to be doing a full-blown workout on this today. We're going to leave that for next week, and you can dial in with us next Wednesday in working with Roseanne as she demonstrates some of our new products in the form of a workout, and next Friday as well. My days are Fun Friday because I love to be fun on Fridays and love visiting with all of you. So I'm seeing we've got the Rumble X Plus, we've got the massage gun, we are listening in from Illinois, love it. The Dynalife is definitely one of my favorite massage guns. And as you can see in the background, we have all sorts of Life Pro products here that we utilize with our clients here in our medical facility and our gym every single day. So I'm so glad that you guys are all able to listen in and learn from us here at Life Pro. And you don't have to pay lots and lots of dollars in order to be able to hire a personal trainer or a therapist to help you take care of yourself at home with our expertise. So keep dialing in, keep sharing what you love using at home for improving your daily quality of life and why you think you need to have the Glute Blast today. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and share with you this new device. I'm going to bring it up to you close in person so you can see it is on wheels. And unfortunately on turf, it's a little harder to push, but on a hard surface, it's not all that bad. But it is not too big of a piece of equipment. It's not quite as tall as I am, but it's up there, right? Unfolded in the position that it is right here, it is 50.6 inches long by 19.7 inches wide by 19.2 inches tall total by the time it's all situated and set out. Now, one of the cool things about this device is it does have the ability to fold into a smaller storage capacity. So I'll show you that here in just a moment. We've got these little pins here on each side that pull out and then it folds down so it doesn't have to take up as much space as it might present here in person. Our max load for our max weight capacity on here is 220 pounds, and the max user height, you have to be really tall to be the max height user, 6'3". So for those of you that are 6'1", 6'2", this is going to work for you just fine. If you're 6'4", you're going to struggle. So just make sure you know that in advance. 6'3" is the height capacity. 220 pounds is the max load capacity. And this all in all weighs 39 pounds. So it is okay to pick up if you have to pick it up. But anyhow, we've got a couple of different support cushions here, one for our back, one for our bottom. It is a glute blast. So what is the point of it? It's to shape those booties because hip thrusting is the in thing right now. So when we go to fold this up, I'm going to keep it to you a little bit closer here so you can see it. And then once I get to working on it, you'll get to see me working on it, doing a couple of different exercises. But like I said, there's these little pins that pull out, okay? Make sure you keep them in a safe place. There's no way to put them in contact with the unit once you fold it. So if you want to fold it up like such, that's what it looks like in its folded position. So the height doesn't change, the width doesn't change, but the full length of it goes from 50.6 inches to 32.5 inches. Again, 19.7 wide, 19.2 high. If you choose to position those back in there, it doesn't push all the way through. So you're not going to be able to store those down there in order to make sure that these are safe and secure. You want to put them in a Ziploc baggie or keep them handy on the countertop where you know you can find them, because when you do fold it back out, you do want to make sure that you can plug your pin back in which everything locks out. So if you do need to save a little bit of space here, you have the ability to do that. Now, we do have a couple of different adjustment points here, and you're wondering, what on earth are we going to use this device for? Well, it also comes with these bungee bands. You guys have seen me do the hippie grip circle in my videos and showing how to exercise your thighs. We now have our own grippy band, but it doesn't complete a full circle. It's just going to hook on here to the different handles, and you have the choice of which set of handles you want to use. But it just positions on here like this, and then it goes across to the other side, and then you're going to sit on the unit with your legs underneath, and you're going to explode your hips to the roof. I'll demonstrate that here in just a few moments. But we do have two different levels of intensity. We have the Life Pro Heavy, and we have the Life Pro Light. So heavy and light, the difference is going to be more in the elasticity, as well as just one is a little bit longer than the other, okay? But they do have the grippy bands on the back of them so that they don't slide when you have them in positioning. Now, when it comes to the adjustment, we have the ability to change the height of the cushion here. You can do reverse sit-ups using this heighted cushion, or you can sit down low and position your back against this unit. So there's a variety of different things that you can do with this home gym. And there is a poster that comes available. I do not have it handy with me at the moment, but there is a poster that comes that shows you how to use the GluteBlast for a variety of different exercises. This positioning right here is adjustable. And so we have the little lever here in which this pulls out, and you can slide this forward and backward however far you need to in order to position it for your own comfort based on how far you're wanting to sit in contact with this backrest versus the seated rest. And again, once you find that spot, you can position yourself however you feel most comfortable, that you're going to get the greatest benefit from the workout. And then you're going to put that knob back into position with a little bit of patience. There we go. We are getting there. There we go. A little righty-tighty action. So there's 5 or 6 different position points in which you can adjust this position on the seat pad. And then we have the backrest. The backrest has height adjustability up and down. So we go ahead and unscrew a little bit, and then you should be able to just pull this out ever so slightly. There we go. So you don't have to take it all the way out. You just pull out, as we do with some of our other products, and it positions itself pretty high, and then you crank it back down in order to tighten it back down. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust it back to low because I'm a little bit on the shorter side. And then the other thing that you can do, once we get this safe and secure and locked in, okay, so now we're locked in, you can also adjust this position down here with this footrest. And the footrest, you just rotate the pin lefty-loosey to make it further away from the seat, or you can adjust it to the right in order to pull it closer to in order to support your feet. So the point of this pad right here is if you do end up in sitting up top, you can lock your feet in underneath and adjust the bar down low, so that if you choose to sit here And let's say we're gonna do, you know, reverse like a hold here, and we're stabilizing here, activating our core. Okay, we can put the resistance band around our hand, open up back and forth, and we're doing almost like a seated row, but from a higher abdominal position. So there are a lot of different options. Like I said, I'm not going to go through the whole workout today because we want to make sure that we're showing you all the different features that you can use with it and kind of how it adjusts and what have you. I do have some of the adjustable dumbbells over here and I have a medicine ball in order to show you how you can use it. But continue to share with me. What is your favorite LifePro product in the fitness wellness category? And where do you need improvement in your home gym setup, whether it is through the GluteBlast or whether it is through one of our other mini products? But for now, I want to show you how to go ahead and situate yourself. We're going to sit down here on the seat, rest. And of course, I got the backrest here right below my shoulder blades is where I'm positioned. And from here, I'm just going to start light because light is better. We always want to start out light and see how we do with light. And so we're going to position the band right there across the top. And then it secures nice and tight on the other side. We can do this a couple of different ways. We can go toes to nose. We can hold on to the bar here and we can squeeze and lift and then slowly coming back down. Okay. Again, squeeze those glutes, push up into the sky, slowly coming back down. Now, here's what I want you to remember. I want to make sure that we teach you properly how to do a hip thrust where we're not hyperextending here in our low back because that's not good for you. So what I want you to remember to do is we're going to tuck our hips under. So imagine that you have a belt buckle on. We're going to tilt the belt buckle towards our chin instead of pushing away. So we don't want to have this gap in our back, okay? We're going to close the gap, tilting our buckle up towards our chin. So we're tilting, doing a reverse tilt. From here, if you were to imagine having a $100 bill squeezing in your butt cheeks so that nobody can swipe it from you, you're going to squeeze that $100 bill with your cheeks, and then you're going to push your hips through the roof. And it doesn't have to be super high. So you don't have to go as high as you can go. Even if you just barely get yourself up off the seat, that's quite all right. That's one way of doing this. The other way of doing this is putting your feet up a little higher, pushing the band down a little bit further down on your thighs, and just lifting up, trying to rip that band apart. Lifting up, and again, if you want to use the arms and make it a little bit more core oriented, opening up. Oh, it's a nice stretch, squeezing those cheeks as wide as you can. Good, back down. Now, let me show you something that you can do without having to lift up any higher. We can work on thighs in a glute thrust up to the sky. And in doing that, we can work on more inner thighs, outer thighs, instead of working on our booty shape and booty strength. So we're going to get glute med, glute min, so gluteus medius, gluteus minimus. Okay, and ooh, that's a lot tighter. Okay, so we're going to tuck those toes under. We're going to push up, and then we're back down. Okay, now if you want to make this a little bit more interesting, we can push the band a little bit further down. Okay, and from here, we're going to go up, and then we're going to open and close. We can open and close with our toes. Okay, or we just balance on our heels a little bit. So heels down, which means you're adding the brakes. So we're opening up this back chain, getting the hamstring, the calves, the glute into the low back. So again, we're tucking that tilt, squeezing the glute, pushing up through the sky. And then from here, just open and close with the legs. So we're really working those inner outer thighs and then right back down. Okay, so there's a variety of different ways you can use this. We can get into using one at a time. If you're going to do one at a time, make sure that you go with the lighter band resistance because the heavy band resistance is really complicated if you do that single leg, but it can be done. So there's one way of using our GluteBlast. It's all about building up those thighs, stabilizing our hips, tightening in on the glutes on the backside. Now, if you know, we've done other exercises in the past where you can use handles for a variety of different positions, whether it be push-ups or whether it be shoulder taps, working the core. And you can do the same thing here on this, is we can hold on to those handles This is made of a powder-coated steel, like many of the other products we've been featuring here lately. But we can just hover those knees. We can go out, out, and from here, just really stabilizing, in, and then relax. Pop it up, out, out. We can use this for a deep stretch. But the nice thing about having these iron-wrapped bars, wrapped in a nice neoprene material, keeping our hands nice and comfy, is we can work on getting into a really deep stretch, okay? A little harder to get underneath there, but we're getting into a nice deep stretch, okay? And you can adjust accordingly however you like to. So there's one way you can use that. If you decide that you want to anchor feet underneath of here, you can also, if you have a smaller foot, you can sit on top here, anchor into the foothold here instead of the foothold back here, and we can work on doing more of a slow decline and then right back up, okay? Making sure that we are constantly engaging those lower pelvic floor muscles, okay? We can keep those arms out in front for more stability if we want to, okay? So that's another option if you're wanting to do something like that. You can actually leave the band off. I'll show you one of these exercises. We've got adjustable dumbbells here. You can leave that thigh band off of here, and we can just get into a position, into a seated position, and from here, extend up so that we're stabilized on our backside. And here we can do our dumbbell press, okay? We can work on dumbbell pushes into the sky, so our scapular punches, okay? There's, if you don't have weights and you're wanting to use the dip bars, you can go down into a lower position, drop down, push up and extend. So we can do a seated dip. So there are a variety of different exercises that you can do with the GluteBlast that don't require much extra material or equipment other than what comes with. Variety of different things. Let me position these right back. Those are adjustable dumbbells. If you don't have those yet, they are wonderful to have on board. But you're gonna have, like I said, the two adjustable straps that come with. You're gonna have your user manual, which is gonna show you the 10-minute setup as to how you put it all together. This one does not have a lot of the exercises in here. This is just the assembly instructions, how to adjust and how to move. And then it does have on one of our pages how to do squats, hip thrusts, things like that. And then last but not least, tips for using it, safety instructions, and then all the important specifications on the back. But I do believe that they do have a poster available that shows you the routine of how you can use the GluteBlast in your home if you're wanting to add it to your home gym. And then, so if we look at how to use this for squatting, there's a couple of different ways. If you are, I tell you what, if you're having a struggle with squatting, we can just get into the form and just rise up out of it, okay? We can position our toes underneath in order to stand back up. There's a variety of different things that we can do with that. If you're wanting to work with positioning your feet underneath of the footrest, you can use yourself underneath, you can use the footrest that's adjustable underneath to kind of position into your toes. And from here, in order to get proper squat without going forward and hurting yourself, you're just gonna sit back. I tell people, imagine that you gotta sit on the toilet and rise back up. Sitting back on the toilet, rising back up. I know it sounds funny, but people, people do understand if you're trying to use some kind of an illusion in order to come up with how you can use the product. If I can tell you how to do it, how you should do it in the real world, like squatting as if you're sitting on the toilet, it's hard to forget how to do that. So if you're struggling with squats, most people think when you're doing squats that you have to be able to get all the way down here to parallel, but most people can't do that. So they completely shut down when it's time to try and do a squat. But here's the thing. I'm gonna move our GluteBlast here because it's Light, 39 pounds. Okay, if we have our ball here, for instance, okay, we got our ball here. If I tell you to get the ball up off the ground, you're gonna do this and pick it up, right? Well, guess what? You just squatted. So most people who say, I'm not supposed to be doing squats, well, we have to continue to squat in order to live our life. You might not have to do squats with a bar or with a kettlebell in order to be able to live your life, but you do have to know how to live in your space and grabbing things. And guess what, my friends? This is a squat. So it's okay if you can't do a traditional Olympic type style of squat, because we're not all training to go to a powerlifting competition or the Olympics. So we don't have to know how to do an Olympic size style squat. We just have to be functional in our daily capacity, which means we can use this in order to stabilize ourselves in learning how to do something. So let me see what else we got here. Yes, you guys do need this in your life. And yes, it will help with SI joint dysfunction with a variety of exercises. Okay, my friends, we're going to keep this short and simple for today because, again, today I didn't want to have to go over all of the workouts that you can do with it. I want to make sure that you get your machine first, and then we can do it together. But again, we got the GluteBlast here. As you see it, as it is positioned, it is 50.6 inches long. It does have a set of wheels on it, so you can roly-poly from one place to another if you choose to. It does fold a little bit smaller if you choose to, very quick and easy. So you want to fold it up. Don't want it to be out in the space. Don't have to. Normally, this type of home gym, this just extra piece of equipment to give you an extra benefit of lower body workouts, especially the glute, hip, thrusting, runs about $179.99. But of course, because of our launch day special and for a limited time only on certain units, we're giving it for $99.99. So if you're wanting to try out this product, remember it does have a limited lifetime warranty. So when you get your product, there'll be a card in there that you can scan in with your QR code and you can register it. They'll send you a free gift for doing that. But today, in a limited time only for a limited supply, they're $99.99, normally $179.99. So the height of the support cushion, this piece right here, goes up to a max height of 23.9 inches and a short level of 19.2 inches. Max user height is 6'3" and max load capacity is 220 pounds, weighs a whopping 39 pounds, so it's not too heavy to stroll around with. And then, like I said, we're gonna send you a set of these grippy bands, okay? Grippy bands. I know, I'm seeing some of these comments and it does look like an interesting contraption, right? But hey, interesting contraptions always have great benefits. It just depends on how awesome your imagination is. And if you guys don't know me yet, I have always used my imagination for coming up with so many different hacks on how you can use LifePro products for a variety of other things that what we intended for using them for. And that's part of the fun of working with LifePro is how many different ways can we use one piece of equipment to get the most out of our improved quality of life or for pain relief without having to buy more and more and more and more other brands of products, different styles of products. So yes, just looking at it can make your booty hurt, but if you're wanting to turn those watermelon butts into a cantaloupe shaped round booty, then I am known to be the queen of beautiful butts, and that is the way to do it at home. So for those of you who are watching, our winner of our GluteBlast product for today is Arlene Santiago, okay? Arlene Santiago, you are our winner today for the GluteBlast, and we are super excited to offer that to your front door for being part of our special day today with our Fun Friday fitness moment. And if you, they will send you a link to making sure that that's live. But if you click on the link, you can order it for, again, a promo price of $99.99. And with it comes a set of these grippy hip bands in light and heavy resistance, LifePro products. And you can go to town on getting into those skinny britches or getting ready for that spring break trip or making sure that you are able to stabilize those hips for a pain-free life. So Thank you guys so much for watching today. I am super excited to see you next Friday. It sounds like I'm getting to take over Fridays, which I love because it's Fun Friday for me. So I'll look forward to seeing you guys next Friday. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.